What's the name of this runes? Yellow... Yellow... Annex? Oh, there's more than one. Yeah, all these trolls are messed up. Actually, all these, everybody's messed up. I wonder if this is going to lead to the three fingers. Whoa, that is some roll. No! No, please, I know what that was. It was either going to be that or the straight firing laser. It's like wasteful. Alright, Mini-Me, are you doing alright? Wanna spend a minute on the horse? Rhyme somewhere in here is going to be a method of getting in here. Be the cellar. Kept calling it mausoleum. Here it is. Can I get up my horse? I'm pressing the button. No boss room? Unendurable frenzy. The incantation? Emits violent bursts of yellow flame of frenzy from eyes. Oh, is this the one that was changed and it used to be the flame of frenzy or something like that? Incantation originating from the maddening three fingers causes the yellow flame of frenzy to violently burst forth from the caster's eyes. Hold to continue channeling the flame. This incantation can be used while in motion. It is the maddening pain and unstoppable tears of those afflicted with the flame of frenzy brought into being. Yeah, I hope this leads where I'm guessing it might, which is going to be to where, like they said, something go underground, three fingers, and I didn't catch whatever they said I was supposed to go. But if Shibriri was over at the beginning, so like around here somewhere, talking about the flame of frenzy, then maybe that's to jog my memory and have me look around a bit. And it's probably in whatever this cave is that I'm coming up to. Which is probably down here. Is there a merchant? Who would have an active fire around here? Oh, There's our cave. Oh, I hope so. Nope. Yeah. Stars ahead. Monstrosity ahead, huh? I'm dumb enough to try this. I thought there would be like a side, like a secret hidden side cave or something, but I guess not in this one. I wonder how big this is going to be. What are you dying to? Don't think I've seen an ice cave yet, to be fair. Yeah, I guess I'll give that a shot. Oh. Mistakes were made. Accidentally skipped ahead of myself. Be nice if this gave me the extra smithing stone thing. Gotta do an ice check real quick. Am I gonna slide around on this? If this gave me the thing to buy smithing stones 7 to 9, that would be really great. Oh, I hear electric sounds, which is very bad. It's gonna be those stupid. No. Do I talk to Pete or Brandon anymore? Not really. I don't know why I'm bringing ice magic here. I think I've popped into one of Brandon's streams at least once in the past couple years, maybe. But I mean, I never talked to. I was never able to really talk to them at all on a regular basis, so it's not much of a change. Yeah, you can have enough food. I think there was some confusion regarding Soulbrand. And while there was some connection between like Peeve and Brandon and whatnot, the group really never did anything together. Never communicated much at all. It was like every long while or so there was like an event or two, and then everyone just ignored each other. So like, really being a part of that group was more so just getting associated with all the stuff everyone hated and the controversies. These are 8s. Oops. Don't know how precious I consider that to be, but sure. I've got to keep an eye out. I don't necessarily know what the smithing stones look like at high level. I think I don't know necessarily if I want to be on the podcast. I think I'm probably like any of those sort of interactions. I think I might just skip. I think a lot of my interactions with Peeve were not healthy, so rather than pursuing that, I think I'd rather not. Oh, I can manage. Oh. I don't know if I can manage anymore. Close range with one of these things? What do I want to use to kill this thing? While it spawns, I can get the great bow out and just try to one-shot it. Come on out, you little shit. There we go. That wasn't that bad. Hey, Kalion. Doing alright. Kind of just browsing for some stuff that I missed. Seems to be a good bit of big deal stuff over here. Somber 9, I think, is one of the ones I needed. Shields are broken? And they don't work, or they're too strong? I like how everybody's recognized that nobody can see. Nobody can see anything. Like the smithing stones are easy to miss. I figured I figured shields would be too strong. I wasn't exactly sure by how much, but everything I saw made me think that 100 stability. But here's the thing, though: is it 100 stability with barricade shield? Because if so, then I don't know if I'm concerned with that. Outsider ahead. Outsider sounds very promising. Doesn't barricade shield cost like 8 though? Cost something. Does it last longer than like 15 seconds? And everyone is so... That's funny. This I think goes back to the beginning. Yeah, with the grace. Well... Yeah. Yeah, 15 seconds, I don't know if I care that much. I definitely want to have stuff in the game that makes it like reasonable to be a tank, so that's my biggest concern. Alright, who could this be? Should get my mimic out before I get killed. This is a big arena. Oh, another one of these dudes. Let's go. I thought I dodged it. I was too slow. I'm ready to get a healing. Oh, it's got the cool music. Oh, jeez. Alright. How dare you call this Bloodborne. This far better than Bloodborne could ever hope to be. Alright, we dodged it. We're good. Where's my freaking ship? Oh, I didn't get hit. That's gonna kill me. Maybe I can get in there. I need a tank. Soak up some damage. Oh, that's a scary one. Mimic, come on. Mimic, what the fuck? I love the teleports in this game for these guys. I think Mimic's just terrified of this whole mess. wish I had time to fully charge my shit. I'm doing more with Rock Sling. I think this thing is magic resistant. Oh, it's a bigger one. It's a bigger version of the other meters. Oh shit. No, I mean, no. I mean, if magic comes from the stars, they're almost certainly magic resistant. Pebble is, if it's overtuned, if it's considered overtuned, it's always slightly overtuned. Everyone thinks Pebble is too strong, but the rest of the spells in the game are actually good. Like Glint Blade against any reasonably magic resistant target. Glint Blade is going to do more damage at longer range. Enemies won't dodge it. Gets behind shields. Moonblade, if I can get close, especially per FP cost, Moonblade does way more damage. Like by an order of magnitude. Yeah, I would say, like, Comet Charge, probably not great. Comet is good if you just need raw DPS at a certain range. Oh, please don't kill me. Ah, I need those. I lost 100,000 just because of that. Decided to use that attack immediately. I'm glad shit shows up. I'm glad you get runes really quickly. No, Radon gives you more time than that. Radon never has projectile reach you that quickly. I think I'm going to take Comet. Well, if I wanted to be that guy, I could take Comet Azure and just go ham. It's a slow enough target. I mean, this is actually viable. And Mimic would use it. Yeah, I actually went for 70. I went back to it. Oh, and the funny thing about it is that look at my stats, and then look at the incantation scaling on this. My theory was correct. 252 with 70-17. So yeah, even the hybrid casting shit is going to give you better results. Do I ever use Spirit Summons? Rain, I'm not sure you noticed what I just did. Like a few times in a row, every attempt at this boss fight so far. The stabs must be glitched or something. No, not that shit again. I can't roll. Yeah, Rain, I think you've been missing me use Mimic like every opportunity that there is the ability to use Mimic. Hybrid casting options scale at something like 30 to 45 on each stat? No, they don't. They do not. So, I don't even have it on me. I boxed all that shit. So, the Prince of Death staff and the Gelmer staff at 36-36 are still complete shit. I think the expectation is that you need to have 60-60 or 50-50 maybe to start getting them any better than... To be fair, I have no idea how to get any better. Every combination probably below like 80-80 seems to be worse as a roughly even hybrid. God damn it. think I need to get close enough to where the swipes happen. Mimic, attract attention. Get in there. Mimic, what are you doing? There you are. Not enough range. Yeah. I wish there was like another lock point for this. You know, I could do damage for sure. Just gotta get closer. Oh! Oh no! That's gonna be a kill. In regards to hybrid casting tools, your observations as far as magic skill in the game is hilariously biased towards yes. Yes. Even hybrid casting, you get... Well, okay, the faith side, like low-end, like incantation stuff, the Golden Order scales how you would think it should, where you'll get like 380 something, or no, 280 something if you have like 36, right? The hybrid casting sorcery tools don't have that property. They require a massive investment on one side. And I just don't understand why. I'm thinking it's maybe bugged, because there are other things that aren't quite where they should be. Oh no, cancel. I can't do any damage here. Mimic's doing great now. Oh, it's teleporting into the grab. Mimic? Mimic? Oh, there you were. I keep losing track of this thing. Oh, no you don't. Dancer is horrendously bad, are you kidding me? Mechanically, Dancer is terrible. Aesthetically, okay. We say conceptually, I like... Conceptually can mean design and mechanics and tuning and all sorts of stuff. And that, like, that doesn't... If you think concept is just the aesthetics, then you're missing a lot of... That's extremely minimal. And Mimic is hanging on. I think the purely visual portion of Dancer is okay. I don't think it's as impressive as something like this, though. Not nearly. Hey, Cabby. Gotta be careful because it can come up from above. Oh, what the fuck? That's gonna kill me. I have no idea what that was all about. What's my overall best design boss? I mean, that's a radar chart. That's why defining favorites of things I think is a bad practice overall. Because quality is a radar chart. You can, if you get specific enough to certain properties, you can pick favorites from those. But assuming that there's anything that has an all-encompassing best is kind of not great. I'm gonna go ahead and swap that flask out. I got a better choice. I think all of the clones may be able to grab. I think that's possible. Thinking context? ONS has the problem of being... I feel like there's two problems. Okay, one is that Ornstein can get stuck and then do a like sudden instant teleport to you. So I wouldn't give it a perfect score for that. And I think it doesn't feel like there's a distinct amount. That's the one I want. It doesn't feel like there's a distinct... Oh, you know what? We're going to go ham with this. There doesn't appear to be a super reliable team AI driving ONS. And because of that, some of the overlapping attacks can feel cheap. Yeah, like, I think the way they may have put it together is that they probably designed the AI to where they both behave in ways that just happen to act in tandem. But I don't believe that they're reliable. Like they reliably behave the way they should. Damn it, I always fuck up that dodge. It's hard to read. Oh, backwards, forwards? Ballooning. Okay, we're good. See how well we can do with this first. Good start. This should do, the flask ran out. Damn it. Need to have this close enough for me to actually do this. Please do not target me. I think I got him. There we go. Meteorite. That's the spell that Estelle was casting. 120k. Scary, scary. I think in terms of if you narrow things down to, for example, like which boss best matches the convention of the game and the pacing of it, I would say probably for Dark Souls 3 that might very well... Oh geez, another one of these things? Really? What scaling am I currently getting off the hybrid ones? Like 100 and 200 and... It's in my chest, I'll have to check. I think for Dark Souls 3, probably the best boss that behaves with the mechanics just on a combat level is Champion Gunder. Just overall, like the systems all work very well together. Oh, I should have gotten freaking Founding Rain of Stars. That would have been good too. Ah. It's 2. There's another 2. Gonna move this back. Yeah, so I agree. I think this game is really good about that. 60-12, 40-10. So this is Comet Azure is this is just overall more expensive. I thought one would be easier to sustain and the other one would be easier to cast, but no. Separate boss to the vacuum, but that's the whole... There is no vacuum, because if the boss exists in a vacuum, then the tuning isn't relevant. And even the design and the aesthetic is irrelevant. Like, none of that stuff means anything anymore. Magic in this game feels very overwhelming. Seems very overwhelming. It's a lot to juggle. It's like Dark Souls 2. I think it's to the right. More flashy a spell looks. It's better than the Dark Souls 3 situation. I would at least say that. Come on. You have to be 1,000 each. This is far out DPSing. Pebble. You dick. I'm the only one allowed to cast that spell. Get out of here. But yeah, one of the unfortunate realities of design is that if you don't respect the rest of the contents of whatever you're designing, like the environment you're designing in, then you're totally going to... There's no capability for the design to exist. You know? for that, like for a single boss or an enemy or whatever. A great example would be to take Pontiff and put Pontiff in Dark Souls 1 and watch how terrible it ends up being. Or put Pontiff exactly as it stands with all the values in place. Put it in Dark Souls 2. It's not feasible. It doesn't work. Dark Lurker remains one of your favorite fights. I think Dark Lurker, may have leaned. There's two things I think Dark Lurker didn't do very well. One is that the floating scenario tended to mess with the camera a bit. And the second bit is that I think the difficulty was tuned a bit too high. But other than that, I think it was an interesting boss, like, especially... What the fuck? Especially aesthetically, I think it was a cool boss. I'm really not sure how I feel about this, Chris. I think one of my least favorite bosses in Dark Souls 3 might have been, I've been calling them Cheerios. But, Osiris or whatever. Should have been a cooler boss. But just a sloppy, messy boss. Like, too spammy, too many, like, sudden attacks. The story didn't seem to be... Yeah, with no animation. No startup animation for the spammy... Like, the same thing that Abriatus does. I have a bunch of complaints about Abriatus, both aesthetic and mechanical. How much does this cost you to cast? 10. I'm only getting like 500 with Pebble for 7. Yeah. Charged Chris, I think, is better than Pebble. Well, Jariel, or whatever we're calling that boss, I think might have been one of the earliest designs that they had in the game, and I think they based it directly on... I feel like it was meant to be almost literally just another version of False King Allant. Is this where I was before? I can't help but feel like this entire area was purposefully frozen over. I don't think this is natural. Makes you think they use the unused ideas in Demon Souls in Dark Souls 1. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's... The stuff that doesn't pan out, or the stuff that they liked, is getting reused a lot. That's why you see, for example, like, man-eaters in Demon Souls converts to gargoyles in Dark Souls. You have Stray Demon, Asylum Demon versus Vanguard. You see, there's a million of these things. Oops, that's not the right one. We don't. The miners have Demon Souls animations? They could. Dodging that way too soon. Alabaster Lord Sword, huh? Greatsword forged from blue white meteoric ore. Blade conceals gravity manipulating magic. Weapon unique to the Alabaster Lords, a race of ancients with skin of stone who are said to have risen to life when a meteor struck long ago. There's so many cases where, like, it seems like everything Radahn did was prevent more of this shit from showing up. Speaking of that. Yeah, I think all the evil for, like, everything that's plaguing the world probably came from the stars. You know what's really weird? So there's two Estelles. One was Natural Born of the Void, and I can't remember what the name of the other one was that I just fought. Manifestation of the power with which Estelle leveled the Eternal City. Stars of Darkness. I wonder if Estelle is a single creature. Estelle has manifestations that are just multiple of the same entity, or what's going on? I'm looking forward to finding that out as I get further into the game. Like, I'm like itching to like get my way to whatever is going to explain a lot of that stuff. Hey, I need that. Yeah, they have Smo-esque enemies in many ways, and the hammer as well, and the butt stomp. But I, like, if they weren't putting in a lot of the stuff that we really liked, then people would complain more so than having to create original stuff that may not be as good. Like, a mix is typically what anybody ever wants anyways. You know, if you look at, like, Mario 3 versus Mario 1, it's like, a lot of the concepts were reused, you know, like, cleaned up. Maybe new sprites. But nobody would dare complain about that. The fuck is up with this ladder? I hear they started work on this game before Sekiro, but I don't know exactly what year. No crossbow power stance? I think they might have decided some of that stuff was too strong. I think I might have gotten everything in this cave. I'm just trying to browse a bit more. Did I get anything besides Estelle's meteors from the boss fight? There is some sort of, there actually is, as far as I understand from the trailers, there's some sort of cannon shield now. But no, as far as I understand, as far as I understand, there's no dual shields. Oh, geez, stop. Gonna get hit. Yeah, there's a lot of complaints about the bosses, but they all have some reasonable variant to them. It's not like in Demon Runes fighting like 7 or 8 of the same Capra Demon. At least there's differences there. I mean, to be fair, even Stray Demon, Asylum Demon, and Demon Fire Sage have somewhat slight differences. Stray and Fire Sage are identical? No, I believe it was something like 3 Some of the resistances are different, and like one or two of the attacks are different. But yeah, they are very similar. Health is definitely different. Yeah, that's regarding Horizon. That's why I typically am not really into open world games for the most part, because like the reused like if you look at like Grand Theft Auto or any of those types of games, the amount of like activities that just do the same thing over and over again are huge, and the main stories for those games aren't like incredibly long. So it's like the moment like there's filler content. But for the most part, you get to a lot of reuse stuff really early. Even Breath of the Wild, which had a lot of variety, was like a lot of like the Korok seeds, for example. The puzzles had a lot of variety, but damn, like it's too much of the same. I would be happy if there were only like 50 of those at most instead of like I don't know 800 or whatever the number was. You were never really against reusage, but you only got to appreciate with that one. Yeah, yeah. The Yakuza games are like people who say like Sekiro or not Sekiro. People who say Elden Ring. People are saying who are saying Elden Ring is like the big asset reuse game. Ugh. No, I'm good. I've already explored this one. Elden Ring has great... Is this a new one? Didn't I just do this one? People who say Elden Ring is the king of asset reuse have never played a Yakuza game. Because holy shit, like Elden Ring's great with the reusage, and like has a lot of interesting... oh, I haven't been here. Or I don't know. Yakuza 0 has such an order of magnitude better asset reuse than any other game I've played. Not that Breath of the Wild is terrible, not that Elden Ring doesn't have a lot of interesting, unique stuff. NPC Invader? Sanguine Noble. Where are you? I'm looking for red. There you are. Good blood damage. Scary. Good to know. Oof. Cut that shit out. Noble hood. Noble robe. Waistcloth. I might try out the hood. Aw. weighs less. Oops. Hood of dyed black cloth featuring gold embroidery, worn by the nobles who serve the Lord of Blood. Known to strike from pools of blood, these assassins are missionaries come to share the gospel of accursed blood. It matches very well. The rest of it I'm not sure. Oops, hold on. Not heavy enough anyways. I wish I could, like, unrhyme these buds. Like, I wish there was some, like, sub-crafting recipe to make different materials. Good old fly swatter. So just the tree was what I marked? Where am I when it comes to Dark Souls 2? I liked it. It had my favorite PvE up until Elden Ring came out. It's bears. Try east. There's like lumps of stuff. Whoa. Fucking one-shot my... Oh, right, these are bugs. Right, I heard about this. Yeah, these apparently hit like multiple times per leap and just insta-kill you. I forgot about this. Yeah, I have to be very careful with those things. Those will just insta-kill you. Gotta not die here because I need my runes. The spell variety I liked a lot in Dark Souls 2. I think the netcode was the worst in the entire series. I like the story. There are certain areas that had interesting aesthetics. I think it had some of the most mechanically diverse areas, just in terms of like what I consider enemy set pieces and West. Apparently West. Both enemy set pieces and also like area stuff, basically stuff you would call gimmicks, but stuff that gives areas character. Even if people complain that like the levels didn't, like each individual area didn't connect in a sensible way. Like, I get that. I understand. For me, that's not enough of a priority. Another invasion, really? Yeah, I guess so. I don't think the area is connecting. Oh, look who it is. Mildred's back. Slash Esmeralda or whatever. There you are. I'm gonna swing my sword over and over again. If you get caught, it's your own damn fault. Throwing dummy glitstone at you. What do you think about that? Oh, that was it. Yeah, you did get cast speed with attunement as well, and that was smart. It meant you needed very little work to get decent virtual decks. Though I will say, though, the defense formula in Dark Souls 2 was terrible. Both for physical and elemental. Both were absolutely atrocious. In terms of defense formula, I think both Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 have done the best with that. I think Dark Souls 3 has the so far best numbers for how spells are tuned, even though I think some of them are basically overtuned, or undertuned rather. I think skills are generally overtuned, certain weapons are overtuned, many spells are undertuned, but not nearly as bad as they were in Dark Souls 3. I would say, relative to Dark Souls 3, far fewer spells are undertuned. Like, Dark Souls 3, I would say something in the range of, like, more than half of them were completely worthless. In Elden Ring, I would say nearly, like, 2/3-ish are great. They're situational. Everything has a place. Part of what the interesting thing is about the design in Elden Ring is that the stuff doesn't fall... Ooh. A lot of stuff doesn't fall out of use. Like, Glintstone Pebble, I didn't think that there would be a reasonable solution where you could have stuff that was great and worth investing in, and you wouldn't lose sight of the low-rent stuff. And Elden Ring basically did that, because the functionality is so... The functionality between stuff is so different that, like, depending on your needs, you may need the cheapest spell you got, or something else. Oh, it's all bloody. Yeah, this must be... Is this the way to the Lord of Blood? Who's... Oh. It's only covered in blood. It couldn't possibly be. Let's find out.